What up, nerds, and welcome back to my channel. We are in Love Link again, as you can see. Today we are only doing Liam and Sheng, and that's because both of these men, we are doing their first dates, and date sequences in Love Link are a lot longer than what just a texting sequence would be, so that's why we only have two today. I will be putting timestamps down below, and so then you can go through and just do whichever route you would like. I am going to link the other videos for their routes down below in the description. As always, at the ending of the video, I will give you my thoughts on the dates and how I think that they're going, and then if I'm deciding to continue on with their route or not. So without further ado, let's get started with Liam. Okay, here we go. Are you close by? Close to where? We're gonna play dumb. Did you forget our date? We had a date? What? Just kidding. I'm by the concert hall. We're assholes. See you soon. Alright, let's go. Just as Liam promised, the north door of the concert hall is open and there's no security in sight. This is your chance. Risky. You tiptoe inside. Can't make too much noise, of course. You make it inside without being spotted. Lucky. You look around. Liam is not there. Was this a prank? Maybe you were catfished. No, it was too good to be true, wasn't it? You better head out before somebody sees you. You turn around, ready to sneak back out. You made it. Oh my god, he is real. I knew you were for real. I thought this was a prank. And you're for real too. For a second there, I thought you were a paparazzi catfishing me. Wouldn't be the first time. That sounds awful. Risks that come with fame? We'll do this one. I like this. I bet you have zero privacy. Yeah, you get used to it. Develop a sixth sense of sorts. Must be helpful when you are stuck between crazy fans and overbearing managers. Although you might not be as famous as you think you are because I've never heard of you. Liam chuckles. I can't believe you haven't heard of our band. We're pretty big. #1 fan club in the world. BTS. I'm obsessed with music. Never heard of you. I guess we'll do that one because I kind of am obsessed with music. Although I don't like either one of these choices, to be honest, but I think we're going to go with the second one. It makes most sense for at least just me, since I'm projecting myself. Maybe I've heard one of your songs, I just don't know you're the singer. From the commotion outside the concert hall, it's pretty easy to tell your fans are obsessed with your band. You're single-handedly ruined traffic for 2 whole days. What kind of music do you play? Yeah, concerts are kind of intense. We're an idol band. Pop music. Thought so. You know the genre. A bit enough to recognize the look of an idol. Do I look the part? Your hair does. I guess that's so mean. And you've only seen 2 colors. Oh, you get to see my Amino. How many can I expect? Uh-oh, phone. Liam's phone buzzes. He glances at his screen. Well, my managers now know I'm AWOL. This is going to be interesting. Let them catch us? We could, but they'd freak out, make a scene, and up the security around me. You laugh. Is he a prisoner or something? Do you have a GPS on your location 24/7? Liam laughs out loud. You're so funny and cute and smart. Keep them coming. And many other things if you want to get to know me. I do. We just have to be careful. This whole it's forbidden to date thing sounds crazy. Our fan club can get pretty intense. That's lightly put. We've had people break into our apartments, hack our social media accounts, show up at our parents' places. Good lord, psycho fans. Liam shrugs. He must be used to all the drama surrounding him, but can you get used to it? Yeah, I can. I'll punch some bitches. I will stab some hoes. That's what I'll do. I know, it's kind of crazy. Kind of? Aren't you, like, underselling that? It's more than kinda. You think? I've been doing this for a while. I guess I'm used to all the insanity. Makes sense. Having people obsess over you sounds fun. No, don't. It does get kind of tiring. I want to have a life. I want to go to school. I want to date without having to sneak around. I've been considering leaving music altogether. What? And you're telling me, of all people? I mean, I get it. I feel for him. TMI? No, I mean, a bit. but are you sure? Yeah, I think... Not really, I'm confused. The only reason I haven't dropped it all together are my bandmates. They're cool. I love what I do, I just want to experience more of life, you know what I mean? Yeah, I can tell that. I can see it. Lucky you, I'm here now. We can explore life together. You're right, it's like we were destined to meet. Liam steps closer to you and looks deep into your eyes. You hold his gaze. Time slows down, music plays in the background, you both smile. Oh. Uh-oh. The screams break the spell, Liam's smile drops. He looks around, both angry and concerned. Follow me, we need to hide. He offers you his hand. Of course we're gonna follow. Because I don't want to be caught between the fans. That would be bad. He holds on tightly to your hand and pulls you further backstage. A group of crazy fans runs in, followed by multiple security guards. They call out for Liam, scream his name, cry hysterically. Liam, I love you! Oh no. Liam, kiss me. Liam, I die for you. Wow. You two hide in a far corner. He pulls you close to make sure you are both out of sight. You hold him close as well, fearing security, or worse, the fans might see you. Yeah, I'd be more concerned about fans. More security guards rush in and drag the fans out. Once again, you two are alone, but you and Liam don't want to let go. Why would I? Liam's phone buzzes. You realize you've been holding each other for a while now and let go of him. You step back and trip, of course we do. Liam reaches out and clasps your wrist as you fall down, but he slips as well. He manages to turn his body around in an attempt to break your fall. Oh no, here it comes. You land on top of him in a perfectly aligned and accidental kiss. Are we sure it was accidental? Let's be real with ourselves. You two lock eyes. You roll away and onto the floor. Awkward. Liam stands up and offers you his hand. Are you okay? Yep, I'm fine. I'm not dying of shame, that's for sure. That was a happy accident. Blood rushes to your cheeks. Liam smiles. Are you blushing? Perhaps. I might be. Don't look at me, that's adorable. Fucking phone. Liam's phone is buzzing again. He checks his messages. Now I do have to go. The concert is about to start. I really don't want this to end, though I like you already. What are you doing tomorrow? Having a secret date with you, obviously. And maybe more accidental kisses? Liam smirks playfully. My fans won't like that. That's why we're going to keep it a secret. You're going to keep me on my toes, aren't you? Liam's phone is buzzing again. Go! Thousands of hungry fans await you. We kiss and him goodbye. You give him a quick peck that leaves him stunned and ready to sing his heart out. You go sing for me, honey. Sheng, wait. I'm going to sing for you today. Fantastic, you better. Off to stage. Sing your heart out. Think of me. I love you, Skylar, but wait. I will. Bye. Oh, that's so cute. I liked it. Okay. Hey, you're back. OMG, you're back. I'm not going anywhere. Great. How was the concert? Amazing. Check this out. I'm ready. Oh my gosh. I love that picture. Backhanded compliment. My expertise, because you look better in real life. Looks aside, I can see why your fans like you. I'm sure at the concert you looked epic. Apparently I did. I was inspired thanks to you. Why me? You're welcome. I'm a muse to many artists. Just kidding. Actually, from the moment I saw you, I knew you were going to change everything. Aw, I felt the same way. So cute. Really? Why didn't you say anything? I was scared. This is a bit new to me. Also, your fans are we're going intense. That's a generous way to describe them. Well, that's how you described them. We're just following your lead. They do make having a private life complicated, but we can make it work. What happens if they find out? The floodgates of hell open? We can worry about that when it happens. I'm getting the feeling dating you might be dangerous, Whoops. I'll protect you, I promise. I trust you with my life. Yeah, we'll go. We'll just jump in. I feel honored. We need to keep things low-key. Think of it as an obstacle course. Dating you is quite the challenge, isn't it? But we're up for it. Being an idol is not easy. No shit, Sherlock. Don't get me wrong. You get to travel a lot, work with super talented people. It's just exhausting. Very. Sleepy face time. I need a long vacation. Or a few moments with you. Don't you have an insanely busy schedule or a long vacation with me? Yes, but you're more important. I'll always find the time for you. Fantastic, I'm all yours. Before we go out again, we're going to need a plan to avoid these dangers that surround you. Don't worry, I have a plan. Well, I need the details. I'm stuck with my bandmates and managers for the next few hours. We're preparing for an award ceremony. Text you tomorrow. It's a virtual date, honey. Talk tomorrow. Oh, I love him so much. No shit, Sheng. Okay, how's the car? Fucking fancy. As if you don't know how fancy it is. Did you help yourself to the minibar? There's a minibar? Of course there would be. Why wouldn't there be? Might be a bit too late for that, though. You should be pretty close now. I'll be waiting for you by the gates. Can't wait. Alright, we're going. You sit up on the edge of your seat as your destination comes into view. Your jaw drops. You've seen pictures of houses like this in a magazine, but never up close. The car stops in front of an impressively large gate, which swings open to reveal pristine white gravel path. Winding towards the house, you exit the car and hesitantly begin to walk down the path. After a moment, Sheng comes into view. Haiyuna, welcome to Zhao's Estates. Love it, it's fancy. You try to keep yourself from staring. He looks right out of a fairy tale. Wow, you look even better in person, Sheng. We're doing that one. Right out the bat. This is gorgeous. Thank you. I thought it'd be a nice touch. Barely keep trying. Very. And you haven't seen anything yet. He winks at you and gestures for you to follow him further down the path. After a few twists and turns, you approach a stable with two horses saddled up and waiting out front. I'd like you to meet Magnus and Zen. Zen is the sweetest horse you can imagine. You'll be riding her. My family owns this land for acres around, so we can explore and have some privacy. Fantastic. I love horses. Horses are one of my favorite animals. Sheng smirks a little as an attendant brings the horses forward. Both of these have Derby-winning parents. Very expensive. I don't care if they're expensive. I really don't. To be quite honest. You roll your eyes and swing up onto your horse. Now mounted, you set out into the wilderness. Yeah, we badass. Badass. Everything is so gorgeous. You must come here all the time. Sheng grins and shakes his head. This is actually the first time anyone in my family has visited this particular property, but we make sure everything is kept up to standard and ready for a visit at any time. That seems kind of wasteful. It kind of does, honestly. I don't want to say so expensive. Sheng frowns. Am I supposed to just let everything fall into disrepair? He clearly doesn't have the slightest idea of how much money is a lot of money, and you don't know how to feel about that. But you chalk it up to the differences between you and Sheng's experiences. Yeah, he is pretty spoiled, so he wouldn't know the difference. He wouldn't know why it would be wasteful, to be quite honest. You emerge from the shady area into an open field. Sheng grins at you and reins his horse in. Perfect terrain. Let's take this part a little faster. You oblige and follow his lead. You lightly tap the horse's haunches with your heels, and it immediately takes off at a gallop, whinnying as you quickly catch up to Sheng. Zen leaps over a small obstacle, and instinctively you feel yourself adjusting your balance for the landing. You give a shout of exhilaration. You've never felt so powerful. You sneak some glances at Sheng. He looks so elegant, and despite the bulky outfit, he seems perfectly at ease, his body movements synced up with the rhythm of his horse. Like you were born to be on the saddle. I can't get past how fabulous your outfit is. Let's do the first one. Well, I did tame Magnus myself. Okay, in spite of yourself, you're impressed. Sheng blows you a kiss and whispers in the ear of his horse. Immediately it rears up, tossing its mane in the sun and spinning around. You can easily imagine him at the head of any army, dramatically pointing his sword and invading forces, urging his soldiers to defend their home. Fairy tale at its finest. Why would anyone go their whole life without horseback riding? Some people can't afford it. It can be scary to some people. It can be scary because horses are very intimidating animals. Riding a horse? Come on, that's ridiculous. People just don't want to invent the time that goes into it. Sheng, you're so out of touch. Yeah, we are going to call him out on his bullshit. Out of touch with what? People not having their priorities straight? You sigh. He's so oblivious to his privilege, and to make things worse, you're starting to realize that this guy is painfully arrogant. Maybe it's time to shake things up. You reach a section of the path where a fallen tree blocks the way forward. Sheng cautiously leads his horse out. You flick the reins and your horse responds instantly, shifting into a gallop and leaping effortlessly over the fallen tree. Sheng's jaw drops as you thunder by him, your horse kicking up clouds of dust. Haiyuna, you're natural. You rein your horse around to face him, ready with a smug reply when a fox runs out of the underbrush and directly in the path of your horse. Everything seems to happen in slow motion as your horse catches sight of the fox and rears up, whinnying in sight. Your eyes meet Sheng's and you see horror and concern flood his face as you begin to slip from your saddle. Suddenly, instead of falling off the back of the horse, you swing it to the side, your foot still caught in the stirrup, and your ankle twists painfully. Before the cry of pain can even finish leaving your lips, Sheng dismounts and rushes to your side. With a whispered word, he calms your horse, preventing it from dragging you further, and maneuvers the stirrup off your ankle. Of course, we're bad luck already. He crouches down, gently stretching out your leg, regardless of the mud seeping into his finery. Well, there's priority straight there. That looked rough. Are you alright? I'm fine. Ouch, it hurts. It fucking hurts. Sheng offers you his hand and you take it, tenaciously trying to get to your feet. You try to put your weight. I don't think I'm going to be able to ride back. Sheng seems crestfallen. After a moment of thought, he brightens up, brings Magnus around next to you and next to his hand. Please allow me to help you back. Please do, because I can't do it. Oh, and we leveled up. You know, if I could talk English, I could read this a whole lot better than what I am doing right now, and we freaking froze. Okay, we're back. Sheng leads back onto his horse and pulls you up after him in one fluid motion. You're suddenly all too aware of his body as he holds you steady against the rocking of the horse. You can smell a delicious fragrance coming off him, somehow raw and refined. He catches you staring, and you look away, blushing furiously. That was an impressive bit of trick riding there. How much experience do you have? A bit here and there, because we're badass. Well, I'd love to see what you're capable of after a few more sessions. You laugh and look shyly up at him. Slyly. With the care and attention I'm getting, I'll be tempted to hurt my ankle again. Next time, I'll be the one rescuing you. I like that answer. I really do. We're doing it. Sheng begins to laugh before a look of wonder comes over his face. When you turn to him, he places a finger to his lips and points through the trees at a little clearing. Your eyes widen as you catch sight of a doe and two bucks facing off. The doe stands calmly to the side as she watches the two bucks fight over her. The bucks must have been fighting for a while as their flanks are wet from The bucks leap at each other again and lock antlers. They strain against each other, and in an instant, it's all over. One of the bucks has forced the other to ground. Generous in victory, he allows his foe to get up and slink back into the forest before he returns to the doe, nuzzling at her tenderly. Oh, cute. Sheng gives you a little grin, holds you tighter as he gets his horse moving again. We got to see the prince of the forest. Lucky us. You smile and lean deeper into Sheng's arms. Your ankle is feeling better already. Sheng smiles sweetly, and your heart flutters. You begin to tune into the sounds of nature all around you, the songbirds trilling out their songs of romance, the sigh of the wind as it winds through the trees. Before long, you're smiling and chatting and Sheng like nothing happened. The walk seems to fly by, and you're seen back at the estate. Sheng leads you to the front of the estate where a table has been set up with an immaculate white tablecloth. As you sit down, his staff begin to fit into the area. Sheng beckons two of them over. Wow. Bandages, rags, and hot water, dinner, and refreshments. The staff return with the bandages and drinks, and after a nod from Sheng, leave to give the two of you some privacy. Sheng tends to you, his touch firm but gentle as he wipes away the mud and winds the bandage around your ankle. There, that should do it. How does it feel? You take a few tentative steps. Feels much better. Well, he's good with his hands. Sheng breathes a sigh of relief and takes a gulp of his drink. You take a seat by him. I'm kind of surprised though. With all the staff you have here, I assumed you have a doctor. Afraid not, so I figured I should just treat you myself. Learning first aid was part of my military service, and a sprained ankle isn't that hard to deal with. Okay. You were part of the military? Yeah, all members of the royal family go through a brief tour of duty at some point. I really miss it, to be honest. There was this world simply to life in the army. You knew that if things got serious, everyone had your back. Life back in the royal clique just feels like I'm wading through a swamp of hidden intentions and snarky manipulation. Nobody says what they mean. I hope you're not like that. I'm just putting that out there right now. Okay, guys. A little bit ago, painfully arrogant. That's horrible. Sheng smiles and gives your hand a quick squeeze. At least you're recognizing the effect they're having on you. Sheng bows his head. I do, and I need to apologize. I was trying to impress you, and I slipped into exactly the behavior I was trying to avoid. I was being pompous and arrogant. Yeah, you were. Can you ever forgive me? Depends on how you act going forwards. We're just gonna say of course for now. I should apologize too. I wasn't treating you fairly. I promised to be real with you and not slip into my snotty royal presence again. You were just reacting to me. And I promised to accept you for the wonderful prince you are. You know what? Let's be nice. Even though I want to threaten to keep Zen. Shen grins widely and gives your hand another quick squeeze. Deal. You scoot your chair even closer and snuggle in close with Sheng. You both look up at the stars coming to view as the last rays of sunlight disappear. The sky looks so different here than in Palais. You follow his gaze into the sky, trying to imagine the feeling of being under unfamiliar stars. Oh. Back in Palais, you'd be seeing the lovers come out around this time. The lovers? I've never heard of that constellation. I'm not surprised. It's from an old Palais story about a member of the royal family who fell in love with a commoner. Both families objected. Sounds familiar. Sheng gives you a quick wink. They persevered in the face of adversity, and it was their love that stood between Palais and catastrophe. Oh. And in the end, the gods placed them in the heavens so that they'd be together forever, shining down their inspiration to all lovers hereafter. You try to follow what Sheng is telling you, but between the horseback riding, your injury, and then the meal afterwards, you can feel your eyelids getting heavy. You settle deeper into Sheng's embrace, letting his calm voice carry you off to sleep. That's cute! So cute! I actually kind of love it. Okay, and welcome to my final thoughts. We're going to start off with Liam. I'm really starting to like Liam. I kind of like the back and forth with them. I am still seeing the very fast-paced notion of his story, but it still makes sense. It's kind of sad to see that he's kind of rethinking music, but, you know, since it's obvious that they're kind of going off of the K-pop, you know, formula and everything, I can see why one would want to, like, quit and stuff. And why it'd be hard to keep going because, like you said, no privacy and stuff. So I'm very interested to keep going with this story and seeing how it plays out. I got nothing much more to say there. Moving on to Sheng. I kind of hate it. I kind of hate how pompous he is. Like, we'll call them out. I mean, our character's calling him out. And we can do all the stuff to just call the shit out on this guy. But he is kind of sweet in his own way, which is making me conflicted. I don't know if I fully like his character yet. This first date was good and bad. He kind of seems like he's going to be like a hot and cold character. They just go bouncing back and forth, and I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. I think it's going to take a few more conversations and stuff to see how I might fully feel about him. And I'm kind of interested since he is supposed to be getting married in a week, you know, and, you know, having a coronation and everything. I'm really kind of intrigued to see how that's going to play out. So we'll keep going and we'll see how I actually feel about him. That's it for my ramblings in this episode and everything. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I did, and I will see you all again later. Bye bye.